Hi, I'm Hillary Hess, and you're watching Helping of Happiness podcast. Today we have on Jenn Lofgren. Jenn is a stylist and a creator and a business owner of Wander, Eat, Sleep, and Style. She's going to tell us all about how she helps people to get ready for their vacations, know what things that they're going to be doing, what things they're going to be eating, where they're going to go, and what they're going to wear. So it's going to be super fun for you guys to learn from Jenn. Here at Helping of Happiness, what we try to do is help families have a little bit of happiness in their lives, whether that be through food, through travel, or home hacks, or learning from our podcast guests. So can't wait for you to learn from Jenn. Here we go. Well, I'm super excited to introduce you to our guest today. We have my friend Jenn Lofgren on. She was on, years ago. We had you on this podcast talking about back to school a long time ago. And I'm really excited that we get to talk about a new subject today. Jenn's got a new company that she started called Wander, Eat, Sleep, and Style. And it's just all the things that we love with Helping Happiness, because we're always talking about travel. We're talking about food. We're talking about family time. So this is going to be so awesome to hear from Jenn. So Jenn, tell us a little bit about you. Catch us up on what your life is like right now and your family and things like that.
Okay, so yeah, my name is Jenn and I have 4 kids. And my oldest is at college in Utah. And then I have a daughter that's serving a church mission in Brazil. She's in Rio de Janeiro. And I have a senior in high school. And then I have a 13-year-old. So it is busy, but we're about to just have one child at home. So it's been really
That
fun.
is just so crazy to me because we first met when we both had our oldest were like, well, my oldest son was friends with your oldest son and they were just little boys. So it's just so crazy that they're all grown up now, becoming adults. So fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fun. So
So
they're
fun.
great.
Okay, well, I am super excited to get into your new business because it's just what I need. And it's just, I I feel like I just keep coming back to you, Jenn. Okay, let's go to lunch and talk about it. Okay, come over and help me with this. Okay, let's do the podcast because I'm just obsessed with everything you're doing right now. So let's talk a little bit about like, what is Wander, Eat, Sleep, and Style and where did you get the idea for this? And we'll take it from there.
Okay, so I worked as a professional stylist for about 7 years. And in 2004, I was walking in New York with my husband, and I was like, I kind of want to do my own thing at some point where I can help people get ready for vacation or work or the things I was kind of doing, but I could send them like links anywhere that they could shop. And so that was kind of my idea then. But I knew to really do that, I need to quit my job. And I just wasn't ready to do that. And so in January, I quit my job after 7 years. And so I just started doing this. So
Oh my goodness. I did not realize that you quit your job already and you're jumping in. Oh my goodness. All these things that I'm learning. Here we are. That's so awesome. I love that you're doing that.
yeah.
So let's walk through and talk about what kinds of things that you're sharing. Like maybe we can go through each of the categories that you are covering in your business. Maybe we should start with, do you want to start with Wander? Just start at the top and we
Yeah.
can just go through down. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So with Wander, I think the biggest thing is where are you going to travel? And so thinking about that and how you're figuring out where you're going to go on vacation. I think everyone has different expectations and they travel differently. And so it's just figuring out the best way to travel for yourself. I know people that they want to be booked the whole time when they're traveling. And I'm not that way, but I love that for them. And how you book those excursions and those things that you're doing. I love to go to cities, but I also love to go to beaches. Some people are just beach people. So I think the Wander kind of entails like, where are you going? How are you getting there? What are you figuring out as far as like pricing and budget and time? Because some places take a long time to get to.
Oh, I love that. So, what are some examples of some tips that you've shared in the Wander space?
Yeah. So I think that some people are really into points and some people don't really understand it. And so sometimes it's like a mix. Like you can look and say, like, oh, okay, do I have points to go somewhere? Or do I have points to get to Hawaii? But Hawaii is very expensive as far as food. Am I better off to go to Mexico where the food is less expensive and the places are less expensive once you get there? So those are kind of some of the tips that you want to look at when you're choosing where to go.
I love it. I love that. Which is why we've been to Mexico so many times and we're just barely getting to Hawaii, right?
Right.
Well, my family, you're really good at Hawaii. So
Yeah,
we might need to cycle back to Hawaii in a little bit. Okay, so
definitely.
tell me about your next section that you talk about eat.
Okay, so as far as eat, the main advice that I give with that is before I go somewhere, I kind of look at whether it's like blogs now with ChatGPT, figuring out where are you hearing about multiple times? Where are people recommending over and over again? And then kind of looking at the reviews, seeing if it's close to where you're going, and figuring out if that works for you. I am not a huge foodie, but I love food. So I do kind of plan food excursions on my trips. So I love researching that and kind of going to the places. Some places are more touristy for food, but I think they're fun to try.
Yeah. No, I feel like we're similar in that way in the things that we're both doing with our travel part and our food part. Where because food is I am such a foodie. I love food. That's my
Yeah,
favorite. I love food. But it's like I don't want to go on a trip and then go to just some chain that I can find anywhere in Texas, right? I want to
yeah,
go somewhere that maybe the food is more authentic to where I'm going. Like if I'm going to Hawaii, I want to have something that's a Hawaiian dish, or if I'm going to Mexico, I want to have like when we go to the Yucatan and they have the panuchos. That's not something that you find somewhere else. Like that's so local to the Yucatan, right?
yes,
So, but where do you find the best ones? I love that you do that research because I love to do the same thing. When I do a lot of crowdsourcing. And so when I crowdsource, it's like, okay, where's the places that everybody is saying? That's where we want to head first. So anyway,
yes,
I love that you're doing that because it helps all of us to be able to know, okay, where's everybody saying what is the best? So
yeah.
that's awesome. It's so good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Sleep.
Okay, so sleep, as far as where we normally stay, we have a lot of Marriott points, we have Marriott card, but that's not always like where we're going to stay. So, as an example, we have family connections to a place called Lake George. It's in upstate New York, and we want to stay on the water, but there weren't any like chain type of places there. So, I went on Booking and I found a place that wasn't very expensive that was perfect for my family to stay on the water. So I think it's just being flexible in that, figuring out what's important to you. We like to stay on the water when there's water available. And so that's not always like the place we have points to, and kind of figuring that out.
I love that. I love that. So are there times when you use partial points and then pay part, or are you more where you would just use your points somewhere else, like on your flights or something instead?
Yeah, normally I would just use my points like somewhere else, or I would just, save them
Yeah,
and
for a
use the
different trip.
hotel.
For a
Yeah.
different trip. Okay. Okay, and then style. This is where you like shine so bright and where I don't know anything. So let's hear about style.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I mean, anytime I'm going on vacation, or if you're going on vacation, and with my company, I cover more than just vacation, but I love that idea of getting ready to travel. And when I worked as a stylist, I had several clients. So it'd be like, I'm going here, I'm going there. And I loved helping them get ready for a vacation. And so it's kind of utilizing what you have and then seeing what you need. You don't have to go out and buy all new things. Oftentimes, we have a lot of the basic things we need and adding to it.
So I've got to tell everybody about what you did for me because I was so excited when you said that you were going to start being doing your own thing as being a stylist, that I asked you to come help me with my Hawaii wardrobe. And I wore this dress on purpose because this is one of the things that you helped me pick out. But you guys, Jen was so awesome. She comes over to my house with this PowerPoint that says Hillary's going to Hawaii. It's like the cutest thing ever, and had all these things picked out that you might need for your vacation to Hawaii. Sunglasses and swim cover-ups and dresses and, just all kinds of different things that you would want. And it was really fun because some of the swimsuits that she picked out were actually swimsuits that I had patterns in, just in a different style. So it was like she totally knew what I needed, and that was fun because I don't feel like we've ever sat down and say, "What kind of swimming suit do you like?" So that was really fun. So, but anybody that I've talked to about that experience with Jen, they're like, oh my gosh, I need to reach out to her because I want a capsule wardrobe. So I need to talk to her about how to do that. And then my sister said, well, I need to talk to her about having a work wardrobe that's more casual. And anyway, so I know this isn't just me that is just feeling so overwhelmed with any kind of fashion. So
Yeah.
I love that this part of the surface. And I do feel like when we're going on vacation, we do want to just look a little bit better. We want a little bit of a refresh. And so, if I'm going to Europe, I want like a little bit nicer jacket. Or, if I'm going to the beach, I want a cute swim cover up or whatever it is. So I
Yeah.
love that you're doing that part of it. I think it just completes that whole package.
Thank you. I love it. It's so fun.
It's so fun. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit about how, like, I mean, I told a little bit about my point of view from your styling sessions, but what's on your end? What does that look like for you as you're
Yeah.
preparing for them and presenting them?
And so I'm kind of going to have like three different tiers of what
Mhm.
you can do. So there's kind of just the basic where if you just tell me kind of what you have going on that you need clothes for. And one of the biggest things that I learned as a stylist is to style people so that they'd feel the best for them. It's not me trying to put my style on you, it's trying to have you feel the best in your style and your body type. We all have different body types. So basically like a questionnaire about like your sizing and your pricing and your favorite stores. And then basically kind of like you said, almost like a presentation of some ideas for you. Sometimes people just want jeans. I used to do like jean refreshes. They're just like, give me all the jeans. And so it'd just be links to stores that you could kind of look through and putting them together like an inspiration board. So that would be the basic, and that it doesn't have to be in person. I can just, you fill out the questionnaire and then I can send that to you.
Oh,
Um,
awesome.
and then there's also Wander. So that would be if you just need help with packing. So if you're just like, we can do that virtual. If you're just like, I'm going here and maybe we're going through your wardrobe and I'm like telling you, sending you links of things you could add to that. And then the VIP, that is more like in person. And we live in the Dallas Fort Worth area. So that would be people that live in that area. Or it can be through Zoom or FaceTime, something like that, where it's kind of more like involved. So
I
those are
love it.
the
I
big things.
love that you have all these different ways that we can get your help because sometimes we need a little bit more involved than other times. So I think
Yeah,
that's so awesome. That's so great.
definitely. Yeah.
So, so what is your vision for this creative space for the future? Where do you want this to go someday?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's funny because people are like, you should do what you love. And I just love clothes and fashion. And I loved my job helping people get ready. And it was men and women, it was through all the events of life. But I also love to travel. And so I kind of put the two together, basically. So,
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I wanted to pick your brain about Hawaii a little bit because I know you just went and I'm about to go. And I
yeah.
mean, our family, we love to travel. We've traveled to lots of different countries around the world, but I've never been to Hawaii and I've always wanted to go. And I wondered if you had some tips for us about different things that you did when you were there or different restaurants that you really liked. And I'm sure we're going to see this even better on your Instagram account where have like actual pictures. So I'm going to link your Instagram in here so people can go and like really see it. Cause I don't know, something about traveling is, I think the visual is half,
Definitely.
really makes it better. But anyway, if you have any Hawaii tips to share.
Yes. Okay. So I've been to all the islands now. But most recently I have done Oahu like almost every year. But then I just got back from, or sorry, Kauai. And then I just got back from Oahu last week. And so with Oahu, one of the things that I did is in the North Shore, there's a lot of really famous kind of food places to go to. And so they have the famous like malasadas. And those actually, the original one is in Waikiki, but there's a truck that fit where we were going to the North Shore.
Perfect.
So we went to that truck to start, and then we went up and they have a famous shrimp truck. And we got lemon shrimp. It was amazing. It
Really?
is so busy at this truck. It is every guide I looked at was like, you have to go there. It's around some other trucks, but so good. And then we went to the snow cone place, which is the famous one there too. So that was kind of fun. And we saw they had a surfing competition because it's surfing
Oh,
season.
cool.
So we stopped and saw that. And so sometimes, like that particular day, we just kind of food hopped. I think sometimes in Hawaii, we did go to, so there's Merriman's, and that one is on Kauai, but they have different ones
Oh,
throughout the
okay.
islands, right? And so we went to, it's called Monkey Pod. It's a version, it's by the Merrimans, but that one is really good too. But that's a more fancy restaurant, right?
Mhm,
More expensive. And
mhm.
it's just kind of expensive to eat in Hawaii. But often some of my favorite places, Kauai included, are like the food trucks or the kind of hole in the wall type places. They are amazing. So you don't always have to spend a lot on food in Hawaii. You can kind of break it up.
Okay. That's such a good tip because, I mean, I've also heard the tip, like, go to Costco for just your basic snacks or whatever and load up if you need to. I'm so glad for those tips. So
Yeah.
what about, what's your favorite island? Because you've been to all of them.
I know. And it's, I mean, probably Kauai
Okay.
because like the hiking and it's so lush and green everywhere. I mean, they all have amazing hiking and I love them all kind of for different reasons.
Mhm.
But I think, I mean, that's kind of the one that it's just like very relaxing. And Oahu, we took our 13-year-old and we haven't taken our kids to Hawaii. And I feel like Oahu is a great island for kids.
For the family. Okay. So you'd
Yeah.
recommend if you're going with your family, Oahu's a good one to go to.
Yeah, I think that that is a really good one. I mean, they're all amazing though. And we do stay on the beach. Every time I've gone to Hawaii, we've stayed on the beach, which I love. And we get acai at our resorts and,
Mm,
just do all those Hawaii things and macadamia nut things.
mm.
And yeah,
I'm just so ready to get some sun and eat some yummy things like that. That sounds so good.
yeah.
So good. Okay, any other Hawaii things that you can think of that we
Um,
should
I
cover?
mean, I think just be flexible in
Okay.
Hawaii because like the last time I went on Kauai, there was extreme weather. And so we'd gotten used to going to certain hikes and we went and then we could just look. We couldn't hike. So you just have to be flexible. We were just in Oahu and then this past weekend they had extreme weather that we just missed. So it depends on the time of year you're going. If you're going these kind of rainier months, just be aware that there can be a lot of rain.
Which that storm you're talking about might affect our trip because they were
Oh
saying that a
no.
lot of things may have been washed out for our hikes, but we'll see when we get there, because
Yeah.
we'll just kind of see. But
I
I guess we
mean,
need that island vibe, right? We just gotta be
yes,
really go
just
with the
being
flow.
there is amazing, and your skin my skin always feels amazing there, which I
Oh,
appreciate.
that sounds so great. Do you
Yeah.
have a favorite beach in Hawaii?
I mean, we stay on Kanapali in Maui a lot, and they have snorkeling right in front of our
Mm.
resort, which is really cool. It's interesting, though, because I grew up going to La Jolla, and my kids grew up going to La Jolla, which is they love to boogie board, but Hawaii, the waves are just different. They're either not having waves on the beach or you have to be careful. So it is a little different as far as that, but probably Kanapali for like just,
Just for general snorkeling and playing.
yeah,
Okay. Good to know because my husband's a huge snorkeler. So we're always looking for the best places for him to go do that. So I like
yeah,
it too, but he likes it for hours and I like it for like hour.
yeah. And there's lots of opportunities to do it on all the islands and you can do excursions where you go out on the boat and then you do that. And we just don't normally, we just do
Yeah, just do it
kind of
just on the
resort.
beach because it's right there. There's so many fun things to see already. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go into our helpful and happy questions. So I love to cover these because it really brings the podcast into our blog where we cover travel, food, home hacks, and so this is where we're going to hear about some of your favorites. So, what is your favorite food or meal?
So anything seafood,
Okay,
anything with
I didn't know you love seafood. I do too. I feel like a lot of people don't love seafood.
yeah, I love it. I actually love sushi so much.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, we've got to go to sushi. Oh, I love
yes,
that. Did
let's
you have some
do.
good sushi in Hawaii?
We didn't have sushi this time in Hawaii, but I often get the like macadamia encrusted fishes that they have over
Mhm.
there, which are amazing. I love that. That's my favorite.
Okay, so when you're going to sushi, are you one that likes just the fresh sushi? Or you like the ones that are like tempura fried, or what do you go for usually?
So I try all different ones. There's a place in Dallas area that we go to. I'm probably going to say it wrong, but it's like Oishi sushi.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen
And
that one.
one of my favorite things they bring out, it is on a basically a plate of salt. It's like pink salt. And then it like goes into the sushi. And yeah, I try all of them.
Yeah.
I love them all. It's really
Mm,
good.
yum. Okay. Well, good. I've got a new place I can try. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so sushi's our favorite food. Where is your, this is a hard one too, because I know you travel a lot too, but where's your favorite trip that you've been on, or you could do dream vacation, or you can do both?
Okay, I'm gonna do dream vacation. It kind of
Okay.
fits with the sushi because I really want to go to Japan.
Ah, that's on my
So
list right now too.
yeah,
Oh,
so and it's interesting, like getting to Japan from where we live takes a long time
okay.
and the flights are not inexpensive. We actually had booked Japan kind of during COVID time through Delta, and it was like 300 a person round trip or something.
Oh my
And we just
gosh.
kept waiting and waiting, and Japan just didn't open. And so we had to cancel them. We got credit back. But it's just been on my list. And just like, I mean, I love Disney, and Disney over there is not expensive, and just sushi and just the culture and the people. I love everything about it. So that's definitely on my list. It's just the time to go over there. It will take
Yes.
a
Well, that I would love to take my kids and go over there. I mean,
yeah.
maybe I need to try doing it with Warren, but I just it is that long of a flight with kids just feels a little bit like, oh, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a little rough.
Yes, exactly.
But
So,
no, it sounds so cool. And now I need to go to Taiwan because I have this Taiwanese exchange student. So I'm like, okay, well, we gotta maybe we just do a little bit of everything. Do we just do like a tour of Asia on that trip? I don't know. Or I don't know how many times we'll get over to Asia. Like you said, it's just a little harder to get to. And there's so many places I want to go. So it's tricky.
yeah, exactly. So, I feel like if I go over there, I wanna go to a few places too. I've always wanted to go to Hong Kong, there's different
Yes.
over there. So,
Okay,
well,
so you need to book your Japan trip. Tell me all the things that you do, and then I can go experience the best parts of it, and then we'll trade.
sounds great.
Okay, all right. Last one. Do you have a home hack for us?
So, my home hack, I feel like, is not going well because I have a child that doesn't do it very well, but I just feel like I'm happier if I make sure like my kitchen is clean before I go to bed, like everything's kind of picked up and put away. And that is not happening super well right now, but that's the ideal.
Well, who loves to wake up to a clean kitchen? I think everybody, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the best. Well, if you get it figured out, please tell me because I haven't figured that out either. Because it seems like my kids are all eating after dinner. Like after I want things cleaned up, they're still going in for it. So it's just tricky.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the goal.
I love it. I love that goal. Well, let's tell everybody where we can find you. Let's tell everybody your handles
Yeah.
and how you best like to be contacted and when they can just go and look at like browse at what you're doing too.
Yeah, so probably my Instagram, which is Wander Eat Sleep and Style, is the best. I'm going to be putting up and pinning kind of the details of the
Mhm.
services that I offer. So you can find those there. I'm on TikTok. I don't do that a ton, but I'm on there. And I also have a Facebook that I do even less. So I have all three, but
Yeah,
they're
good,
all
but
Wander
it's
Eat Sleep
great
and
because
Style.
whatever platform our listeners are on, they can go and find you on that. But I
Yeah,
feel the same way. I'm on all the platforms, but Instagram is it's just the easiest for me. I think it's the
yes,
easiest way to communicate. So
exactly.
okay, well, thank you so much, Jen. You're so awesome. And everybody go and see Jen. Go get all like decked out for your whatever you have coming up, whether it's a party or a trip or you just need a wardrobe refresh or you just feel like you've been through motherhood and everything is dumpy because I get to that phase too where you're like, "Oh my gosh. I hate everything in my closet. I just need a redo."
Yeah.
So,
funny. Well, thank you so much. I really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Jenn.
Bye.
Thank you for being with us today. We are going to have all kinds of links in the show notes to about our travels in Hawaii so that you can learn all about traveling to Kauai and to Oahu. We're going to be linking to all of Jenn's stuff where you can find Jenn. And we also invite you to join our email list so that when we have new podcasts coming out or new recipes or home hacks or travel tips, that they can be sent right to your email inbox and you don't miss a thing.